Good morning.
Good morning.
I know y'all moving to that beat. Like, just move to the beat. Just move to the beat.
Yeah.
It is Monday morning, the
Happy
new
Monday.
week, and we are still in new beginnings. I believe God. I believe God. I believe God. I believe God. Just keep on, keep on. We still in I believe God. So as we come in, go ahead, come on in this morning on this Monday morning. I feel like I need to wake some
Ring
people
the bell.
up.
I was going to say,
Yes.
rise and shine. Get on up.
It is time to wake some people up. Share, share, share. I'm asking you to share it in some groups that you're in. If you're in some special groups, just share it into your group. You never know who needs a wake-up call this morning, who needs a booster. So be the one to boost them on into the new beginning. So come on in, come on in. Let's wake some people up. Hello, Miss Carolyn. Hello, Phyllis. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you for the hugs.
Yes, look, hugs back.
Appreciate it.
Hugs back.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Yes, we appreciate that. We take that in, and we do not take it lightly that you start your mornings off with us.
Yes.
So we are hyped about today. We're hyped about this week. We're hyped about this month. Should we hype about this year? We know that God has some greatness in store with us, and it is awesome to know that He has each one of us on His mind. That's why He decided to wake us up. So go ahead, share. We're not going to stay long because into the introduction, because what we got for you today is too good to run out of time. We can't run out of time. So go ahead, type some people's name in real quick to wake them on up, to get them on in here, because we want everyone to be blessed, highly favored, and walk in every day like they belong. They belong here. They brought me here for a reason, and I'm here to bring it out. So come on in, come on
baby.
in.
It's an attitude. You got to have an attitude to walk in and just understand that, baby, what I bring to the table, baby, listen, it's all that. Be empowered to know you belong wherever you are.
Yes. So also, like sometimes you're like, oh, this morning I ain't feeling it. I don't want you to ever again say that you ain't feeling your day or today just ain't right. I don't care if your emotions is saying that. Don't you let that come out of your mouth. Do not give the atmosphere room to say that today is just not off to a good start. Don't ever speak those words because the power of the tongue is real.
Yes.
The enemy is looking to attach to your words. So, but when he say, I'm blessing, hi, good morning, like he like, oh, here she go again. She up again. Yes, I'm up again. Hey, Miss Doris. Hello, Patricia.
Say, it's a beautiful day to be empowered.
Good morning.
Baby. Every day, wake up and say, it's a beautiful day to be empowered and rise and shine and start your day.
Exactly.
Yes.
So come on in. Let's go and get started. Angela, I'm just going to toss it over to you to go ahead and boost us on in this morning because you got the plug this morning. Well, we all have to plug, but she's going to start the plug off.
I'm gonna start the plug off. Listen, a while back, somebody had sent me, a YouTube video, and it was actually a Pastor Keon, and he's with the Lighthouse Church in, I believe, Houston. I think it is in Houston, and it was really good. It struck me, and I thought this was the perfect time. The Lord brought it to my remembrance. I was like, yes, I love it, because it was in alignment with what we talked about. So y'all know we came back off of a 2-month hiatus last Monday, right? And started off talking about mindset, talking about new beginnings, right? And in this message, we're only going to do half today because of time, but it was 13 things mentally strong people do, right? And so Regina started off last week talking about, hey, Chantel, she started off talking about mindset, and your mindset is what's going to shift you into the things God has for you, right? It's got to be, like Sparkle said, attitude. When things are not lining up the way you want to, your mindset has to take control and shift into alignment with what God has for you, right? And so we're going to kick it off with the 13 things. So today we'll try to cover 6. Hopefully we'll get through the first 6. But number 1, mentally strong people replace self-pity with gratitude.
Woo!
Mentally strong people replace self-pity with gratitude. Y'all know how many times, like you said, Sparkle, people will wake up and you'll feel sorry for yourself, and you'll be like, maybe this is not the job you want to go to. Maybe your relationship is not where you want it to be. Maybe your money is funny. But you know what? For everything that you think is something wrong and you feel sorry for yourself, or you feel bad, or your attitude is not where you want it to be, think about the things that you have to be grateful for, because we don't have time to be feeling sorry for ourselves. Point blank, period. We do not have time for
Don't
that.
have time.
So
Carol says she do it every day.
exactly. And Regina, there was a Bible verse that he had to support that. Can you read the first one, please?
Yes, I'd be more than happy. It's going to be 1 Thessalonians 5:18. In everything, give thanks, for this is the will of God, Christ Jesus, concerning you. My goodness, in everything. It don't say just like, on the good times. In everything, we must give thanks.
Everything.
And that's the truth. Like gratitude. We thankful even for the things that are even against us and not even for us. Because when we can stand in that power and give thanks for that, because it's shaping and molding you.
Yes.
You're finding
Confuse
opportunity
the
in
enemy.
that.
Confuse the enemy.
Listen, it's all things work together. So that's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you should not about what you think is bad, but sometimes what looks like the worst thing turns out to be the best thing for you. So you have to be grateful. And his definition for gratitude was to be ready to show appreciation at all times. In all things, give thanks. No matter what it looks like, it's the mentally strong. It's that mindset that needs to shift into gratitude. So yes, let's go ahead and get that. So let's move to number 2. Number 2, mentally strong people hold on to their power and not grudges. It says mentally weak people hold on to grudges, which causes them to lose their power. Baby, listen, somebody should be saying, ouch. Okay, let me see. Look, that was me right there. Let me let these grudges go, because it says mentally strong people have the power to forgive. When we talked about forgiveness, and we've talked about it, since we started last year, but forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person. You're not letting them off the hook because you forgive them. You're mentally strong to be able to extend forgiveness to somebody and not be mad at them every time you look. They put a post up and you getting all tore up. That's too much power that you're allowing somebody to have over you when you allow them to shift how you see things or shift your energy. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up and you read a post and now you're mad because they done posted up they happy, or they done posted up they done been out of the country or whatever, and you're mad about that, that's the problem. Miss Doris said, I'm not going to lose my power. Good morning, Rev Pat. Regina, what's the scripture that goes with that one?
That one is Leviticus 19:18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Boom. And y'all
think
about that. How many times
that takes mastery to stay in calmness and not have a grudge and not, lash out? That is power.
That is power. That's when you can control your emotions, baby, you're the most powerful thing in the room. Because most people get set off. You know, when we talk about triggers, triggers
Ooh.
will get you messed up.
Yes, they will.
Triggers will have you in jail, in a hospital,
Yep.
or in a situation you don't want to be in. You know,
Trust me, I know.
Pulls out that other character. It pull out that that me, that
That
person that you
me.
have worked so hard to surrender to. It'll bring that person out.
Shut him
yes.
down with
Yes,
silence,
Pat.
Pat said.
Professor, shut them down with silence. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all know when we talk about the power of no,
Mm-hmm.
baby, the power of a closed mouth will mess some
Woo!
people up. I'm telling y'all. Y'all know, I know they say closed mouths don't get fed, but sometimes when you open your mouth, you feeding fire. You know what I'm saying? It's like pouring gasoline or kerosene or whatever on the fire because your tongue can be unbridled and say some things that will get you behind in trouble. So you need
Mm-hmm.
to learn how to master sometimes understanding that everything that happens doesn't require a response.
Oh,
Be
discipline
silent.
over emotions. That
That's true.
discipline, discipline over emotions.
Yes.
Emotion is just an emotion. It's going to move. So if you are disciplined to it and tell it to sit still, you're not
Mm-hmm.
going nowhere and you're not going to move in my life. So I'm taking control of this emotion and saying, no, you will not have power and you will not have free range. Stop that emotion. Stop
Mm.
it
Exactly.
in its track.
And
And
do
y'all
not be
know what?
manipulated. That's what it is. Manipulation by your
Yes.
emotions. You become
Yeah.
manipulated by it. We can't be manipulated by anything.
You know, when they do them little illustrations where you have the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other, and the devil is telling you, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And you go out
Ooh.
and you do that foolishness. I'm teling you, when you
It costs
hold
you more.
grudges, it's telling you, girl, don't let them get away with that. You better get
Honey.
that. Look, Sparky, you better scratch that. You better scratch that car, bust them windows out. You better.
I ain't doing no kind of things no more.
What
Thank
you
you,
think, baby?
Jesus.
So you've been delivered. You've been delivered and healed from that. Now you're mentally strong, and you can be silent on them, right? We got to make sure we get to a place where we can forgive people and not
Amen.
hold grudges. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling y'all, the grudges, that stress that on you, being mad at somebody forever, not letting them
It's so much.
move on,
That's
it's too
that's
much.
so much. That takes so much power. Like it takes so much energy to argue with somebody, to go back and forth with somebody. It takes a lot of energy to every time you see them, you gotta roll your eyes, you gotta stump your feet. Like that takes a whole lot of energy.
Yeah. And there's
Yes,
only, let me tell
listen,
you what, there's only one time that I'm gonna let y'all know that, I know I can tell you that I'm not delivered in that area. And I will get set off. Mess with my kids. And that's one time you're gonna see me set off. Other than that, I'm good.
we say, Regina, other than that, I'm chill. Because listen, the person that you holding a grudge with is probably somewhere popping crab legs, baby, eating steak and shrimp and
Girl.
not thinking about you.
Enjoying every moment.
Yes, enjoying their life. And you're over here upset and mad. Dr. Carolyn, we'll do it today and tomorrow. So we have two parts to it.
Okay.
So let me get to number 3, honey. Mentally strong people are always ready to embrace change. Listen, y'all know change is hard, but one thing that
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Keon said in here that I loved, he said, never let anybody outgrow you.
Mm.
That part.
People can do a
That
whole
part.
lot of things. You may not have the same amount of money, the education or whatever, but at the same time, you can grow. You can do
Mm-hmm.
things that allows you to grow. So when you're in a job and you don't feel qualified, go back to school or take that certification or go to YouTube University. Do what you need to do, but don't let somebody else outgrow you. You can control that. Regina, what's the scriptures that go with that?
That's Isaiah 43:18 through 19. And it says, remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of the old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and the rivers in the desert. Mm,
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 mm.
mm. I will make a way regardless.
You know, I have to come. An illustration immediately comes to my mind. When you have a plant has outgrown the pot,
Oh,
Ooh,
say it.
when
Come
you
on.
have when that pot can no longer hold, it cannot even grow anymore. But baby, when you take your new pot, a bigger pot, a
Girl.
bigger pot, not that same small pot. You take a bigger pot, you put some new dirt in that pot, and you take that same plant and you put it in a new pot. Baby, that plant says, thank you. You gave me some room. You gave me some room to stretch. Now I can stretch and I can grow and I can blossom and I can go to the next level. Because in that old pot, I couldn't move no more. I have outgrown that pot. It's time for a new pot so I can put my newness in this new pot. I got some new dirt. I got a new pot. Come on, I got a new mindset. I got a new change in my life. I don't hold grudges. I don't sit there. I forgive without even hesitation. I immediately forgive. I'm telling you, it's time to grow.
Get you some stretch room, honey. I need some room to stretch, baby. I can't be confined up.
And space. And Angela, he said, and then I'm gonna dose some new growth on it, some favor. He gonna put some favor,
super growth, baby, some super growth.
Sprinkle some favor over you. They gonna be like, what happened? What God? You know what happened? God did a new thing in me, and I'm telling y'all, make room for new beginnings. Do not continue to not want to make these changes that we're talking about. Because if you don't make the changes, then don't be upset at your sister that she is going on and moving and growing and developing and stretching to another level. I'm telling you, think about
outgrown.
Don't
we outgrown things
your
over
sister's
here, baby.
Flying from the nest, baby. Look, because she found her wings and she out here flying, baby, soaring. You hear me? You got to be able to embrace change, because at the end of the day, our whole lives are about change. Look, seasons change. Everything in the world changes. Nothing stays the same. When you don't like change, and I'm telling you, I mean, I'm sure all of us have been there and done that. You like how something is, but the thing about it is, until you get exposed to newness, you really don't know what you like. You really don't know what you want. You can
don't.
Say,
exactly.
I wouldn't eat that. How do you know until you put it in your mouth? You may be like, oh my God, calamari. Oh, I love that. I was watching BMF the other day, and the girl was telling the boy about calamari. He was like, girl, put in his mouth, and look, next thing I know, when he opened the restaurant, he was serving calamari. Baby, don't let it change and get new experiences. Change your environment. Try new things. You'll be amazed at what you like. You gotta expose yourself in order to know it. Run past says, look, what she say?
Then y'all made me because sister is an eagle that refuses to be a chicken. I refuse to be a chicken.
And then she said, the more you know, the more you grow.
I refuse to be a chicken.
Yeah, the more you know, the more you grow. Shift towards your future and stop. I told y'all earlier last week, stop remembering when. Remember, I remember when. Make some new memories in this new beginning, new change. Even the people told me thumbs up.
And Miss Doris said, honey, they say be ready so you don't have to get ready.
That's it.
Stay ready. Listen,
we stay ready.
That is the thing. I love it. I love it. So let me go to number 4. Mentally strong people don't get distracted by things they cannot control. Woo. Y'all know we got a lot of control freaks right here, right? Y'all know we got people who want to be God. They want to control everything, baby. You want to control which way you go to work. You want to control the people in your household. You want to control the people at the job. You want to be in control of everything. But some things we cannot control. Some things we don't have the power to do anything with, but you can't let that distract you and get you off course and get you depressed because you can't change it. And run, Pat, baby, there you go. We give it to God. We give it to God.
Hand it on over. It feels good. I don't know about y'all, but it feels good when stuff go wrong. I'm like, God, here they go.
Let go.
I'm like, there you go, God. They send me another letter. Here you go, God.
Here you go.
They stepped on my toe. Here you go, God. It feels so good. Because I remember when. Now, I do remember when I would just still hold it and be like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to do. And every time I try, things just keep on hurting me. And what? That pity party, girl.
Man, please.
You don't know.
Release that thing. Regina, what's the scripture that goes with that one?
That's Psalms 29:11. The Lord will give strength unto his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace. That's it, y'all.
Ooh,
We have no
peace.
control over nothing. Within his peace, we dwell within his peace. We're not supposed to be carrying all that. Come on now.
That's
That ain't,
heavy.
I'm not going to.
And I don't know about
Girl.
y'all, but I don't like carrying heavy stuff. That stuff hurt. I don't even like lift the weight. What? That is too heavy.
Distractions lead to destruction, baby. Don't look.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
That's
check
right.
yourself before you
For
wreck
you wreck
yourself.
yourself.
Check
That's what's going to
yourself.
happen.
The thing that he gave with that one, y'all, and let's just keep it real. There are some
Mm-hmm.
things that happen that are out of our control. It can stress you out. It can, have you on edge. But it's the serenity prayer that he said, and it's such a powerful thing because when you talk about people who are in Alcoholic Anonymous and different addiction programs, they
There
say
you go.
this because it helps them to deal with what's going on that they can't control. Sparkle, can you read the serenity prayer?
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
The wisdom to know the difference. I got to run that back real quick. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. That's none of my business. That's none of my business. The courage to change the things I can. I'm just in control of what I can do. And that means change my mindset, change my heart, and the wisdom.
To know the
They
difference.
that get wisdom to know the difference. Know the difference, y'all. Come on. Come on. You got to say that to yourself.
Exactly.
Speak it to yourself. Know the difference. Because at the end of the day, if you can't change it, then that's the things you give to God.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Mm-hmm.
him work it out. He already knows the outcome
God
anyway.
will work it out. Work it out. Work it out.
Say he's
God
going to
will
work it
work
out.
it out.
Say he's going to
God.
work it out.
Yeah.
Listen, Miss Dorsey, it's okay to be not okay. Just don't stay stuck there. Move forward. Keep it moving.
That's
Yes.
it.
Y'all
Keep it
better come
moving.
on and preach in the comments. Y'all
Man,
is
they
out
going off
I'm
today in
like,
the
this
when I'm
morning.
comments.
not okay, y'all know I'm not okay because I'm
Right.
quiet. I'm real quiet. You ain't gonna hear from me. I'm just quiet because I know I have a big mouth, and if I don't be quiet, then I'm gonna say some stuff that I don't have no business saying. So I just shut up.
Look, and that's when I come in and be like, what is wrong with you? Fix your face and get yourself together. What is
That's
wrong?
it.
Yeah, look.
True.
Hey, what's your mama used to say? Fix your face. What's wrong with you?
And she got a strong face too. When they said that's a strong face, you already
Baby, that's a
know.
strong face. Look, Miss Grandpa said, wisdom is not intellect. Baby,
She
Okay.
owned it today.
it's the Rev
Okay
Pat
now.
Flowers for me, baby. Listen, after this, y'all know she come on with the daily devotional. That's where you're gonna get this wisdom. Listen, that's a whole nother lesson right there. That wisdom is not intellect. See,
Yeah.
what they
Ain't
say,
got time
common
for
sense is not common. It's a whole lot of things that
Mm-hmm.
wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of times wisdom comes from experience. Wisdom comes from, sitting at the feet of people who know some things that you need to be listening to. Sometimes when we start thinking we grown and we know better, and that's when you're behind, go ahead and get in trouble when you should have been listening to some people who told you some things that you needed to hear. You don't know where the wisdom is going to come from. So sometimes you have to be still, be quiet, and listen
Yes.
more than you talk. When you do that, that's when wisdom will come to you. When you give it to
Mm-hmm.
God in prayer,
Mm-hmm.
and then you sit there and wait for him to give you the response. Sparkle, you better tell him how God will talk to you.
Girl, talk to you. And no, I love God because God is so many different personalities. Sometimes he being funny with me, and sometimes he said, if you don't get your butt over there and sit your tail down right now, sometimes he gotta get firm with you and just snatch your butt on up and say, if you don't sit your butt over there and be
Hello.
quiet. That's why I tell people all the time, God is really my father. He's really a father, a friend, a doctor, a friend. I mean, everything you need him to be. He is just that because he will snatch your tail up and tear
Baby,
your tail. Be quiet.
listen, chastise you like your mama did, like your grandmama did, baby. Listen,
There
the,
you
the
go.
kind that you don't want to hear. But listen, let me move on because y'all know we got 6 minutes.
We had one
So,
lady, Christina said, you ladies are teaching a word this morning.
thank you,
Amen.
Christina.
Thank
Thank
you, God.
you. All right, number 5. Mentally strong people. Now, this right here gonna deliver some people right here, baby. This gonna
Get them
deliver some.
delivered.
Look,
Get them delivered,
this
Angela.
gonna
Get them
deliver
delivered
some.
today.
Ah,
Mentally strong people know that always wanting to please others doesn't work. Being ready to sometimes displease people makes you strong. Ooh, baby.
okay, now.
In a
Drop the
nutshell, stop being a people
No,
pleaser. Stop being a people pleaser because you can't please everybody.
there you go.
And sometimes pleasing somebody is not what God told you to do. Sometimes, as a leader, you got to step up and do the things that's unpopular. You got
Yep.
to step up and make moves that people aren't gonna like. You just think about it. Y'all remember when you was little and you was at the store and you was acting a fool because you wanted something out there right at the counter. Your mom was like, "No." Sometimes you got to embrace the fact that I can't please you because that is going to mess me up. I can't go everywhere that you're going because I'm maybe not supposed to be there.
Exactly.
Understand that you can't sacrifice yourself at the expense of everybody else.
Mm-mm.
Yep,
Not
Baby,
that.
that's it.
when you get that down in your spirit, that listen, the only person I need to please is this one up here.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is collateral damage. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If it works for them, it
Well,
is. I got God sent me here, so I got to be in alignment and agreement with His will, not my will, but Your will, Lord. And that means that I can't please people more than I please You.
mm-mm. He's a
Mm-mm-mm.
jealous God.
Uh,
He hate when you give somebody more attention that you don't even
exactly.
give him no attention.
Period. Knowing that pleasing other people. Come on, Dr. Carolyn. Thank you for putting it in. Good morning, Kelly.
Yes. Thank you.
Regina, the scriptures that go with that one.
Okay, got Hebrews 12 and 6 through 7. I'm sorry, Hebrews 12 and 6 through 8. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteth, and scoreth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, God deal with you as with sons. For what sons is he whom the Father chasteth not? But if he be without chastening, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not of sons.
Woo!
Ooh, ooh, that was a good punch right there, baby.
That bastard.
That chastisement, hey, we're always thinking that we're supposed to be loved on and hugged and said sometimes we need to get a good old fashioned whooping to sit us down and correct us
Mm-hmm.
because we can
Yes.
get out of control. I know, hey, let me tell you what, I done been chastised and it ain't good.
It
Sometimes you
ain't
need to,
fun, baby,
maybe
But
go
at
and sit
the
yourself
end,
down.
but
it's
it's
always
necessary.
good. Your mama used to, as they whooped you, say, "This
Ooh,
hurt me more than it hurt you," and you been thinking, "How this hurt you? Because you just sitting there here beating me.
Right.
How does it hurt?"
But they say spare the rod, spoil the child. Sometimes you need to have somebody not
yeah,
stop having yes people around you that they do every single thing because we're not always right.
no,
No.
That's the reality. You're not always right. Have some people around here who will check you. And it's okay. You know the girl said, who gonna check me, boo? Sometimes you need people around you who gonna check you. That's just the honest to God truth.
we
Y'all
gonna
know
check
sometimes
you.
people need to tell
We
you,
gonna check you, boo.
stop.
Yes. I told y'all, Reverend Patty, I ain't never met Reverend Patty a day in my life, face to face. But I
Right.
promise you, if I get on this Facebook talking crazy, I know without a doubt, she gonna be
She
like,
gonna
if
check you.
you don't go, what
Girl,
is, she ain't even gonna message me. She gonna hit that video call. Ding,
let me tell
ma'am.
you something.
They say the best vitamin is vitamin N. No,
No, come on, y'all
vitamin
better
N.
tell the people. Dr. Carolyn said that you cannot grow without being pruned, baby. Listen,
Hey,
Brother Pastor, if God can't correct you, he doesn't know you. Ooh,
Whoa, that's
that
good.
girl,
ain't
let
that
me
the
go on to
truth?
number 6 because Brother Patterson about to do a whole sermon. Listen, number 6 is mentally strong people are never afraid to take calculated risk.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That means that you ain't jumping into everything. You take calculated risk, meaning that you weigh out.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
study the thing and make sure that you're making a good
Mm, mm,
decision. You
mm.
don't just look at Spark. I know they got you. Come on. But let Regina do the verse that goes with that.
Let me tell you what, this verse, the Luke, the
Ooh,
last one, it really is powerful for me, but it's Luke 9:23 through 24. And he said it to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whoever will save his life, pay attention,
safe.
for whoever will save his life shall lose it, but whoever shall lose his life for my sake the same shall save. Now, sometimes we don't really understand. For us to lose our life, to save it. But to save our life, that means we're trying to save our life. We're trying to follow the multitude of people say how to save your life. Okay, go on and drink that cup of poison. Go on and take that thing that's going to take you right out, because you're trying to save your life following the wrong thing. But when you really understand, your life will be saved. You won't be doing all that extraness out there. I love that.
Mm. Baby, that's a straight gut punch. I'm telling y'all, this right here, if you get these things, like Regina said last week, mindset is everything. When you get to a point where you, number one, I'm going to go back to it real quick. Number one, when you get to a place where you stop feeling sorry for yourself and start being grateful for the things you have in life, baby, that's mentally strong. Number two, when you get to a place where you stop holding grudges and you start forgiving people, that's when you have the power. When you can learn how to be quiet and forgive and not hold grudges, you got the power. It's when you start having those grudges and can't forgive people that you give them power over you.
Exactly, honey.
Number three was mentally strong people are always ready to embrace change. Have the mindset that, listen, I'm not going to stay stuck. I'm always out here growing. I'm always out here elevated. I'm always out here embracing change, because change is good for you. Number four, mentally strong people don't get distracted by things they cannot change. What you say, Sparkle, in the Serenity Prayer, have the wisdom to know the difference between what you can change and what you can't change. Boom. That's it right there. Have the wisdom to know the difference. Number five, mentally strong people are, listen, you ain't out here trying to be a people pleaser. You are out here doing what you need to do, regardless of whether it makes the masses happy or not. It's not for you to be out here trying to please everybody. Your main priority is pleasing God. When you're in alignment with Him, everything else falls into place. And then number six, mentally strong people are never afraid to take calculated risk. Always bet on God. Always bet on God and bet on you.
Bet on you.
That's it. You number
Bet
one.
on you. That was
You
Yes,
good.
number
look,
one.
don't let them take space in your head. Reverend Pat
Exactly.
says mentally strong people know how to move in silence, not be seen, but with force.
Ooh, but with
Yeah.
force.
The violent take it by force,
By
right?
force.
Take it by force.
Listen, that was the first six. We're overtime. We were talking about mentally strong people. We will come back with the other seven tomorrow. But y'all, this was good. I know
This
y'all
was
go back
good.
and listen to this, because we in the mindset of new beginnings and embracing change, because we're about to see something different in our lives, right?
Get right, see some, and the calculated, taking the risk. Take a risk, girl. Take a risk on you.
Stop
Take
playing
a
safe.
risk.
Stop playing safe. We serve a big God, so you can go out here and take some risk and understand that bigger risks get bigger rewards. When you play,
Hello.
you get small.
Yeah. Think small and see what you get. Exactly.
Yes,
That
I
part,
believe God is waiting on some of
I
us.
believe God.
baby.
I
He's saying,
believe He's
listen,
waiting on us to take that risk, step out, and do something different in order
Know the
to get
difference.
something different.
exactly. Thank you, Misty. Learning to move in silence. Sparkle, no, that's my thing, baby. Listen, move in silence and let them see when you get there.
When you get there,
When you get there, let them see.
what you
Let
doing
them,
on this street?
hey, hey, neighbor. Listen, we got to get out here. Make sure y'all tune in to Rev Pat. She is going to be with Daily Devotions with Rev Pat, breaking down the word, getting into that. But y'all make sure y'all tell some people about the Empowered Morning Show. We here in the
There you
morning
go.
to help you have a beautiful day. Get empowered. Know that God has positioned you to be in place to receive abundance, and that's your birthright. So we all should be walking in that mentality that you deserve to
I'm
have
with you, Pat.
great
She
things.
said the spirit of Deborah. Can can we have some hands? Who coming in like Deborah?
Coming in. Woo, woo.
Ooh.
She was
Well,
a
Pat,
she
look,
a
come on.
bad mama right there. Deborah, boy.
Listen, we're gonna have to have a whole separate conversation about that, baby, because I'm
Yeah,
telling
we
you,
need that
that's a
one.
good
We
word
need
right
some
there.
Deborahs in the house.
Deborah's in the house. You hear me? All right, everybody. Y'all have a phenomenal rest of the day. We will see you back here tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Listen, honey, when they rise and shine early, baby, up in the Central Standard Time Zone. But until then, y'all have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.